Look out, college football. There's a new gunslinger that has entered the fray, and he's got quite the financial backing. Texas Tech's here to stay. We're going to talk about it next here on the College Huddle. '87 independent podcast from coast to coast called the College Huddle, their community. You can call it yours today. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell, get notified every time we go live. Texas Tech, Big 12 champions, dominant today out there in Jerry's world. Texas Tech just flatlines BYU 34-7 to win the Big 12 championship and punch their ticket to the college football playoff, although they were already heading there regardless. But now it is, there is nothing the committee can do about it. They are Big 12 champions. They are one of the top 5 conference champions in all of college football. And more than likely, they're going to get a bye in the first round of the college football playoff. I just don't think Texas Tech is not going to get a bye. I mean, if Georgia holds serve here, which looks like they are at this moment, Texas Tech should be with Georgia and Ohio State and more than likely Indiana, one of the top 4 teams in college football for the CFP. Probably going to come in at number 4. I believe Ohio State or Indiana will be 1, followed by Georgia at 2. The loser of Ohio State, Indiana will fall to 3 unless it is an absolute disaster of a game this evening for one of those teams. And then you're going to see probably Texas Tech slide in at number 4. Here's the thing. I think Texas Tech is here to stay. I don't think they're going anywhere. You look at the dominant run that Clemson had in the ACC, where they were just winning ACC championship just about year after year. There was really no one in the conference that was challenging them. Maybe every now and then they might slip up a game here or there, but it didn't really matter. They would have a 1-2 game lead, and then they would in the conference, and then get into the conference championship, and then win it pretty easily. That seems to be the formula that I think Texas Tech is getting ready to follow in the Big 12. I just don't think there's anybody in the Big 12 who's going to be able to challenge them with the resources that they have. And look, this isn't me complaining about Texas Tech and the oil money that they've pumped into their program. Not one bit. They're following all the rules currently that the NCAA has laid out in college football, and they're just taking advantage of it better than anybody else. So hats off. More power to you guys out there in Lubbock, Texas, man. You guys are doing it, man. And you're doing it and at a pace that no one else in the Big 12 can keep up with. And so I just think that the writing's on the wall. I mean, look at recruiting. Yeah, we know that they had a pretty significant transfer portal haul last year, spurred on by NIL. Congratulations. We were wondering if all of that talent that you brought in via the transfer portal was going to be able to mesh with the talent that you had developed and how that would look on the field. Well, I think 13-game sample size with 12 wins, 2 wins over BYU, the second best team in the conference, pretty much has put a stamp on that, yeah, they're pretty good. And then you couple that with what they were able to do in recruiting, having the number 1 class in the Big 12, a top 20 class overall in college football, signing 2 5-star recruits in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, offensive tackle in the country in Felix Ojo from Mansfield Lake Ridge, Mansfield, Texas. And then you go out and you get one of the best pass rushers in high school in 6'3", 225-pound LaDamian Guyton from Savannah, Georgia. And then, hey, you know what? While we're at it, let's just get a top 100 wide receiver too, and Chase Campbell, and call it a day, man. Those are 3 top 100 guys according to the 247 composite, and you win the day in recruiting as well. So you put together all of those things, and it's pretty evident to me the Red Raiders are going to be running the roost in the Big 12 for the foreseeable future. The Big 12 was considered by many to be one of the most I would say level playing fields as far as talent wise. You just didn't know who was going to be good, who was going to be bad. It was kind of a crapshoot. That's out the window now. I think Texas Tech's here to stay. I think Texas Tech's going to be running the Big 12, and you're going to see them as a mainstay in the college football playoff. Very similar to what we, like I said, experienced from Clemson in the ACC all those years ago. Today's game against BYU was it was a lot of it was just dominance. It was just dominant, man. Um, shout out, shout out to Texas Tech defender uh, Ben Roberts. Two interceptions today. Dude had himself a day, man. And dude, A plus mustache, by the way, as well. That thing should have its own Twitter account if it doesn't already. I'm sure somebody who's watching this probably just went, there you go. But yeah, great day for him. Great day overall for Texas Tech. Morton, 20 of 33, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns passing. Williams, 15 carries for 80 yards. Dickey had 18 carries for 72 yards and a tutty. Leading receiver, Reggie Virgil with 8 receptions for 86 yards. Coy Aiken with 3 catches, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's just a dominant performance. And then you flip over to the other side. Bear, man, 16 of 27 for BYU, only 115 yards passing, 2 interceptions. Not his day, to say the least. This Red Raider defense, especially up front, after giving up opening drive score to BYU, just shut the door the rest of the game, flying all over the field, causing turnovers, making life just very uncomfortable for any of the BYU players. And it was lights out, man. Lights out, day over. So where does Texas Tech go in the college football playoff? That's the question here. How far can they go? Seeding and bracket is very important for Texas Tech here. At some point, they're going to have to go up and play one of the big boys. Probably going to be more than likely they're going to get, I think, a pretty favorable look at number 4. In all honesty, we were doing this yesterday. We were running through the brackets and kind of giving our opinion of what everybody was going to be. So if everything holds serve here, and they get somewhere around seed number 4, they're probably going to have to play someone like an Alabama in the second round, maybe an Oklahoma or an Ole Miss, someone like that in the second round, maybe an Oregon. If they get the 4 seed, Oregon's the 5 seed. So that's going to be an interesting game for Texas Tech because they're going to go up against somebody who's been there before, who's done this before, someone who has experience in the CFP in the last couple years, unless it's Alabama. They haven't been there in a couple years, but I digress. You know what I mean. So we're going to find out pretty soon, okay, what are they made of? Let's say they win that game. Then they're going to be going up against the number 1 seed, if that is indeed what I think they will be, is number 4. So they're going to have to beat the number 5 seed. Again, an Oregon, maybe an Ole Miss, someone like that. And then they're going to play either Ohio State or Indiana. And then we're going to find out what this team truly is made of. If Texas Tech plays like they did today, they're going to be in the football game, no matter who they play. And here's the message from all of this. And the message that college football better hear loud and clear. So don't let me mix my words up here. Let me be very, very clear with all of you. Texas Tech's here to stay. And you're going to have to deal with them, college football. The Ohio States, the Alabamas, the Georgias of the world need to realize Texas Tech is a threat. Will they be invited to the big boy club? Will they have a seat at the big table on Thanksgiving? Are they going to be relegated to the kids' table still? We're going to find out. But here's the deal. No matter what happens from here on out, whether they win that first game against an Oregon, Ole Miss, Alabama, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, somebody like that, and then maybe stumble in the second game, maybe they don't win that first game. Maybe they lose in their first attempt. This much is true. They ain't going anywhere. You're going to have to learn how to deal with the Red Raiders. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you think about what I think. Sometimes some of you think I'm off my rocker. Sometimes you guys like what I have to say. I love to read your opinions, good or bad. Either way, hit the thumbs up, give the video a like. We'll be back with another college football take, and go check out the website, thecollegehuddle.com, 87 independent podcasts from coast to coast. You betcha. We've got a Texas Tech podcast for you as well. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy what's left of college football's championship weekend.